Hi everybody and welcome to today's video. Today I'm filming a plan with me in my Erin Condren, and for this week I am planning for the week of April the 10th to the 16th, and as this week happens to fall on Easter, I thought a Easter kit would be appropriate. And the kit that I'm using for is from Fox and Cactus, and this is, I think it's called Hoppy Easter Kit basically. So I'll just run through everything that comes in here. It comes with your half boxes, the sheet that has your flag checklist, page flags and some washi, your headers and little things page. I sort of have everything out of order. Your full checklists, your bottom washi and some deco, the full boxes which are absolutely adorable, and then this happens to be the add-on sheet that I got that has the sidebar stickers and some other labels in here. So I'm going to get started and just work through this. I'm going to set up my week first and then continue. So for this week it happens to be quite exciting. We will be traveling up to Sydney for Easter to celebrate with my dad's brother, which happens to be my uncle, and that's going to be exciting because we only get to see them maybe once or twice a year because they live up in Sydney, so that will be exciting. We are traveling up there for that. And that's basically what's happening. Also for this week it happens to be my break for school. I'm going to work on those side flags, but this week happens to be my break as well, so I will be planning a little bit differently to how I would normally, just so I can adjust it to how I need it to be for this week. So I will be planning how I planned in my video that I posted a few spreads ago, I think. It was the autumn type of kit that I did. Well, not really kit, a spread that I did using autumn inspired stickers, so something like that. Because I have a lot of catching up to do and I need to sort of work on all of that before we leave for Sydney, so I have around 4 weeks, not 4 weeks, if only had 4 weeks, so I have around 4 days roughly to do all of that. So I decided that that would be probably the best way to go about this. And I've done the bottom washi, I've done my flags. I'm going to start working on my sidebar. For my sidebar, I'm going to probably try something a little bit different to how I normally would put my sidebar. So I'm going to go in with a full box, since I have a full box that I could use, and I think I'm going to take the one with the baskets. I'm going to put that, and I'm going to line this up closer to the top of this. Not enough to cover the letters, but just enough. So I'm going to have that a little bit higher, and I'm also going to zoom in just a little bit, and I'm going to have it like that. And I do want to use both of my weekly sidebar stickers here, and I can probably fit both in comfortably. So for one, I am going to put a this week for sure, and I'm going to sort of use that as a target goal for each day, so I can sort of achieve what I want to achieve for school, since I only technically have 4 days to try and catch up. And I'm going to take I'm going to put this down first. I need to figure out what I'm going to use my other one for. But I'm going to put this one down, and I was thinking about whether to use washi or not behind it. I don't know if I want to. At this point it's too late. I can't really peel these up, so we're just gonna go with it. And I'm gonna put this one down, and this will be sort of like a target goal, like I said. So I'm just gonna put down what amount of work that I want to get done for each day. And then for the other one, I don't know whether I want to do fitness or personal, because I'm trying to be on a no spend. So I think I might take a personal for that one, and then put this down underneath it like that. And then I'm going to take my other one and put that down. I also have some habit trackers that I probably want to put down too, so I will put those down near the end of the sidebar. And that is extremely crooked. Let me fix this. Yep. I also have pulled out some flight type of stickers that I received as freebies from Happy Cloud Ink, because for flight tracking and stuff I don't really have anything that I could use for the time being, so I'm just going to use those for the flight. And now at the bottom of here, I'm going to take the purple habit tracker, and I'm going to take a Remember Me. Probably I would like to use the headers, so I'm going to take a Remember Me and put this down. I normally wouldn't do anything like this, but we're going with it for this week. And I can't fit anything else underneath that, so I'm going to see if I can fit maybe the thinner one. I'm going to line this up with the bottom. That does not line up. And I think we are good. I like the way everything looks. So I am going to just fill out my sidebar. I'm not going to be filling it out much because these will be filled out day by day. But I'm going to fill out my habit tracker, and I will be using this to mark my skincare routine because I haven't really been keeping up with that. So I want to keep up with it enough that I don't need to keep marking it off. And now I am going to sort of work for the time being sort of 1/2 at a time, I think, and just put down anything that I know will happen, but I'm not too certain how I want to go about doing this because I do not have a clue. And also this bottom washi is slightly crooked. I can fix that. Also, most likely for the weekend, because we are leaving on the Friday and we are coming back on the Monday, so we're coming back on the 17th. I am thinking about maybe leaving the weekend. These stickers are coming up a lot more easily than they normally would. I think they've changed their paper because before this wouldn't come up that easily. But I have the bottom washi fixed. I'm going to put down the weekend banner for now and then sort of work through the rest. But I'm thinking about leaving the weekend just blank when I am sort of doing it right now, and then once I come back on the Monday, go ahead and fill in the gaps, which I think would be okay. And I really like the black headers though. I don't know what it is about it, but I really like the way that it looks. Just to have some consistency in the spread, I'm going to put down my headers at the top. So those are my headers down, and I like the way that this looks, so I'm going to go through and mark in my paydays now. I was thinking about using the flags for payday, but I just saw that they have a little payday little thing on the sheet, so I'm going to use that for Tuesday and put this up at the top. I'm also going to zoom in because I feel like you guys are pretty far, and I always do this, so this is nothing new. On Monday it is the first day of my mid-semester break, and I would like to mark that down because I haven't put it in my sidebar. So for that, I'm going to take this little happy Tamashii Prints tabby girl, and I'm going to put this down over here, and then just write down beginning of T1 mid-break. Also, just a heads up, this video might be a little bit sort of all over the place because I never really actually think ahead to my spreads. I just go with whatever comes to my mind. So I'm going to be moving down to the bottom of Monday, and I'm going to take a half box. I'm going to take the one with the little Easter bunnies on it, little chocolate bunnies. Actually no, never mind, I don't want that one because it matches with the full box next to it. Instead, I'm going to take the one with the little ducks on it. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to put this down at the bottom of the day. And it's been a little while since I've used these, but I'm going to take my little YouTuber tabby girls from Tamashii Prints. I'm going to take the one that says film on it. I'm never really fussed with what these say or like what they're sort of indicating, because I just use them for the same general purpose, which is basically to indicate that I need to finish the plan with me and finalize everything for it. So I'm going to write that down. After that, I'm going to take a full box checklist. I'm going to take the pink one. I'm going to put this down over the top of this. I feel like this week is going to be pretty sort of heavy on the patterns, more heavier than I normally would have it as, just because of the kit itself. It's quite festive, which is appropriate for the week. So I'm just going to top that off with a to-do header and put down whatever to-dos that come into mind a little bit later. I'm going to white out this box over here because these stickers are pretty light in color, and so I don't want it showing through all that much, so I'm going to just cover it up with this, and then I'm going to cover up that label section with a appointment label sticker. And then also, just to keep in the theme of Easter and just sort of bunnies and everything, I'm going to be using these stickers from Fox and Cactus, which are just little bunny rabbits on a laptop, and I'm just going to use this to indicate studying or working on schoolwork for this week. So I'm going to put this one on this side, and then over here I wanted to take I call this closet purging tabby, but I don't think that's what it's actually called. But I'm going to use this to mark that I want to go through my wardrobe and just sort of transition out of it being from summer spring clothing to winter and autumn clothing, because it is finally getting cold here now, which is very exciting because I love the cold weather. And so I'm excited for that. And now I am moving up here. I'm gonna put down this flag sticker, and to put something in there, I'm going to take a little sleeping sheepy, which is from my store, and I'm just going to use this to mark sleeping in, because I would like to sleep in on this day, because it will be the first day of my break and I just want to sort of relax a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill out Monday now. So that is Monday done, and now moving on to Tuesday. I am going to mark the plan with me that will go live, and I'm going to take a little thing for that because I don't really want it to take up that much room for this week, and I'm going to put that just underneath that, like so. I want to use these YouTube play button stickers from Made by Alyssa, and I think I'm going to take maybe the only pale color I have left is this yellow, so I'm going to take that one, and I'm actually going to pull this one up and then place it back down. But before I do that, I'm going to center this little icon on it and then put it down. I'm going to put down a full box to cover up this section, and I am going to take the one with the Easter eggs on it, and I'm going to put this down underneath it. So I just found a plain half box, even though these are really pretty, but I don't want it to be pattern on pattern, if that makes sense. Although it could work, but I'm going to use a plain one instead. And from the colors that I have, I think I'm going to go with a pink one. And put this over the top. I probably could have layered washi underneath it, but that's okay. I'm going to take a little laptop sticker from Pop Mix Design because I don't really use these that often, and I want to sort of try and use them a little bit more, and I'm going to use that in the half box, and that will be for working on Etsy. I'm going to take a little label sticker here, but this time I'm going to take the little rubber ducks, and I'm going to put this underneath that. I'm going to leave a little bit more of a gap, and this will be for another study sort of session. I'm going to put this that side and then just write down sort of what I want to work on for that day. Now what I'm going to do is put down a checklist on this bottom box here, because there is the checklist up here, but I don't want it to be too close together. So in retrospect, I probably should have put it up near the top, but that's okay. So I'm going to put my to-do list down at the bottom, and then I need something for down here. I'm going to take another tabby girl, and I think this is the shopping sheet, but I'm going to take the one that's holding a whole bunch of clothes, because normally whenever I do a sort of purge type of thing for my closet or my clothes, it's normally a 2-day. It goes over 2 days, so I'm going to put it down on Tuesday as well. So that is for my closet change and purge situation, and I also wrote it down in the same way, just so whenever I do glance at it, I can just know straight away what it is about. So that is Monday and Tuesday done. So moving on to Wednesday. So I'm going to take a label sticker, and I'm going to take the little chocolate bunnies, And I'm going to take this one, and I also want to layer this little sticker on it as well. It came on this sheet, it was here, and I want to put this down, and I'm going to sort of put it down like this. So that is for that, and that's going to be again for indicating schoolwork. But here I just remembered I had an appointment. This is why I should probably write stuff down beforehand. It's at 2 o'clock. I'm just going to add it in over top because I don't want to pull it up, even though it's probably better if I did. So in that case, I'm just going to put this over here. I'm going to take this little @ symbol icon sticker, which is from a Planner Gems monthly kit. I think this is March, I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to write down my appointment. And now moving back to Wednesday, I'm going to take another little bunny. I'm going to be sort of alternating between what I'm focusing on in terms of school-wise. So that is why I've written the same sort of things but on different days. And now I'm going to put down a checklist, and for this one I'm going to take a pink one and put this down underneath. I'm just going to cover it up with a little strip of washi. Yes or no? Do that. Oh well, we're going with it. Oh, never mind. I'm going to peel this up and white out. And then after that, I'm going to take this half box sticker, put this underneath that. And this is really funny because it has a little chicken on it. And then in this one, I'm going to take a little me time sheetie, which is from my store. I'm going to use this on the opposite side, and I'm just going to use that for me time. So that is the me time section done, and I also put down one of the little ducks just for a little cuteness. And now I'm going to put down a flag, and this day is missing some sort of this dusty blue type of color. So what I'm going to do is put this down near the bottom. I'm going to take a little TV icon from Pop Mix Design, and for this one I think I might take the yellow one, mainly because I don't really use yellow that much. I'm going to put that in the middle of that, and then I'm just going to put down next to that YouTube binge. And because there are stickers on the other side, my writing's a little bit wonky there, but that's okay. So this is the first half of the week, and now I'm going to move on to the second half. I am basically just pre-planning everything up until Friday because I know exactly what's happening that I have to do up until Thursday evening. So that is why I've just gone ahead and just done all of that. I'm going to open this up for a little bit just so I can see how my week is progressing. This little I'm going to put down this label sticker that was the last one that is on the sheet, which is here. I don't have any more of those. Then underneath that I'm going to put this full box back down like that, and then I'm going to put down the final little bunny sticker on this end. And then in the full box, I think I will use a patterned one this time, although I kind of really don't want to. I'm going to take this, honestly I don't really know what shade this is. It's like a lilac blue, pastel blue type of shade, but I'm going to put this down over like that. It looks slightly strange, but it's okay. And what I'm going to do is take one of these Etsy sort of tabby girls, and I'm going to take, I think, the printing one, because it's facing the other side like that, and I'm just going to use that to indicate Etsy work. And while I was flipping through my Tamashii Princess sticker book, I came across this one, and since I'm trying to be on a no spend, I'm just going to put one of these down in the corner like that, and that is cute. So back to Thursday. So that will be for Etsy work, and then I'm going to put down a checklist at the bottom. I think I have my to-do list down, and then onto here I am going to want to repaint my nails before I leave. I was actually going to take a label sticker for that, so what I'm going to do is, let's see, even though I said I don't really want to use the yellow color, if it's a little pop like this I don't mind. I'm going to put this near the end of the box here, and then put down a little nail polish sheepy, which is from my store. I'm going to use that to mark painting my nails. And then actually I'm going to see if I can swap this out and put it onto the other side. And it's so little and mini, it's adorable. Then after that I'm going to take a pink flag over here. And then for that I'm going to take another one of the shopping tabby girls. I'm going to put this slightly like that, and this is going to be for packing my bag. And so now I'm just going to fill out Thursday. And now I'm going to move on to Friday. Friday I am going to be having a video go up, and I'm going to take the yellow shade because there isn't any of that up near the top. So I'm gonna put this over here, and then I'm going to pick out a play button, and the only one that would probably work with the colors that we have going on is this shade of green, which is the sort of mid shade that I had left. And I'm just going to put down the video that will go live. I'm going to put down a checklist, even though I was sort of contemplating whether I wanted to or not, but I'm going to put one down because most likely I will have some things I will have to get done before we leave. I don't really mind that it's wood close to wood, but what I will do is adjust the spacing over here just so it's in the center of that, like so. That will be any to-dos that I have to get done. And then what I'm going to do is put down a full box, and then I have these flight tracking stickers from Happy Clouding that I received as a freebie that I will use here, even though it doesn't really match. I don't really mind. And I was thinking of maybe layering it on top of one of the full boxes, and I think I'll go with this one because of the space at the top. And what I would do is actually put this down a little bit lower, and then put the flight tracker in that space. It's an evening flight, that's about all I know. And actually, what I'm going to do there, I'm just going to take a little emoji sticker and put that down here just to add a little bit of cuteness. Then at the bottom of here, I want to take a half box and put this at the bottom like that. And then I'm going to take a little car sticker, which is what I want to do, And I think I might just take this green colored one. It's sort of the lightest green in here, and I'm just going to put this, I don't know where to put it, maybe here. Normally that section would be something like movie night, but since there's not going to be a movie night because we will be in Sydney, I'm just going to write down something like chill at family's place, maybe. The reason why I'm using a car is because we will be driving to their house and all of that. So that's why I used like a little car. But that is for that. And I'm going to leave Saturday and Sunday for the time being and then fill that out a little bit later. So I will see you in a little bit. Hi everybody, I am back to film the weekend portion of this plan with me. It is currently the 18th and it is quite late right now, so I am doing this quite a bit later, but right now I'm just going to go through and back plan the weekend portion since I didn't take my camera with me or any of my filming equipment because it was just a weekend trip. And yeah, so I am going to get started. I went through and filled out the flight tracker. Originally I thought it was in the evening, but it was actually early afternoon. And so I just went through and put that down, and it ended up working out in the end anyways because of the fact that I'm going to go through, put some deco up at the top before I go through with this. It ended up working out how I blocked out majority of the weekend section, because by the time we got to the airport and the flight and actually getting out the rental car and then driving from the airport area all the way to my cousin's place because they live an hour away from there, since real estate is quite expensive in Sydney, especially if you live closer to the city, and it's more cheaper when you live further out, as I think it is with most places. So it took an hour to get there and we were just exhausted, so pretty much everything I put down was what happened. And yeah, so I'm going to go through and finish up the weekend. I'm going to leave my planner open like this but zoomed in just so I can see how the space is going through and everything. So on Saturday we went on a harbour cruise. We went on the Captain Cook cruise in the morning, and it was basically just the coastal area of Sydney. So I have that, and I'm going to put that down in a half box. I don't really have any boat stickers, but I'm going to use a camera icon from That Planner Girl, and it's going to be from her travel sheet. But before I put that down, I'm just going to adjust this half box because it looks a little bit uneven. So I'm just going to adjust that. And I think that still looks a little bit uneven, but I'm just going to go with it. And for that, I'm going to take, I think, one of these. And I'll take the orange one since it matches the color scheme of the kit. And I'm going to put this down in the corner. I feel like blocking out a ton of space with a full box actually, and layering the sticker or the half box over top. Mostly because up there, everything that we did was like quite a while away from each other, and it just took a long time to get to all the places. So I think doing a half box would be perfect. And what I'm actually going to do is, just so it takes up more space in the day, I'm going to cut it somewhat in half. It doesn't matter because it's going to get covered, but I'm going to put this one up near the top like that, and then normally I wouldn't really do this, and then put this one a little bit further down like this. And then put this in the middle of that, like so. And I like the way that that looks. I just put down a little thing label because we had lunch and I want to mark that down somehow. And then to mark the lunch, since I don't really have any food stickers, I'm going to take these takeout boxes from That Planner Girl and use one of the smaller ones. And I'm so happy that these arrived while we were gone. So I have an arsenal of new stickers to use for this spread. So that is for lunch. Then we went to a relative's house. She is my auntie. And for that, I'm going to take a appointment label and put that down underneath. And for that visit, I'm going to take a little happy sheepy, which is from my store, and use that. And since, oh dear, okay, can we, I just realized I have these all facing the same way and I don't really like, it's not gonna come up, let's leave it. Okay, so I swapped that around and I like the way that this looks better. After that visit, we went back to my cousin's house, my dad's brother. That is where we were staying. And then after that, we sort of got ready and then we went to another relative's house and we had dinner over there, and pretty much the families and stuff that we were visiting just caught up and everything with us over there, which was a lot of fun. And they have a little child. She's my aunt, I think. She has a little 1-year-old and she's the most adorable little thing. She's obsessed with the Minions as well, but that's a little side note. So for that visit, I don't really have anything Minion related, otherwise I would have used that since it would have been absolutely adorable. But instead, I'm going to take a little tabby from Tamashii Prints, and I think this is one of her cuddling sheets, but it has tabby with a little seal type of animal, but it's really cute, so kind of the same thing. And then, because I took some schoolwork with me, I did that on Saturday evening at, well, technically it was like late at night, but I'm going to put that down because I did do it. And so I'm going to put that down here. I sort of want to pull this one down because, I don't know, I just feel like pulling it down a little bit is going to peel up the whiteout. So I'm just going to recolor that because I want to put it down a little bit and then put in some washi over the top. Okay, so I went through and readjusted all of that. I put in some washi just to bring in a little bit of more decorative elements to it. And I really wanted to use this sticker, but it's a little bit big. But I'm going to use it anyways because this is a special part of the weekend. That's how I'm justifying it. So I'm just going to go through, fill all of this out, and then I'll be right back. So that is Saturday all done, and now moving on to Sunday. On Sunday morning we attended a church service at Hillsong, which was very exciting. I have always wanted to go since I was little. I'm not particularly religious, but my family is, so we decided to go ahead and attend, and I just tagged along, but it was so much fun. I've always wanted to attend a Hillsong service, but I've never had a chance to, and we decided to go ahead and attend one while we were up in Sydney because they have one of the bigger churches there. So that was really exciting. For that, I'm going to take this little happy tabby and I'm going to put her on this side. Then after that, basically we slept the whole way home because, again, my cousins, the one we were staying at, live an hour away from everything. So I'm going to do something totally what I wouldn't do. And I'm just going to cover up these headers. But because I live an hour away, everything takes an hour. So with that amount of traveling, when you're a passenger, I just tend to sort of knock out. And I slept the entire ride home. My sister and my cousin were awake for most of it, but they ended up also sleeping a little later on. So I feel like covering up most of this because literally we didn't really do anything besides just like chill, literally. So what I'm going to do is put this down a little bit closer to the bottom. So I do have, oh, you can't even see, so I do have a little bit of a gap because literally this day all we had was a dinner at night and we just like relaxed the entire afternoon, and Hillsong was the only place that we went. I'm going to take this half box since it's the last one I have on the sheet. I'm going to put this down here and layer it on top. At this point I sort of just want to use a lot of the stickers that I have in here, and I don't really care if it's really full on this half. And I am just going to write relax. The whole day was pretty much just spent relaxing and just chilling with the family and everything. So that was a lot of fun and it was a nice way to end the night. I am trying to look for some stickers that I can use, but it was a lot of fun. And I managed to do a little bit more schoolwork while we were just sort of sitting there and just talking away. And then in the evening we had the same cousins that not cousins, relatives that we went to go and see on Saturday evening, where we had dinner at, and the ones that have that little cute 1-year-old, they came over and basically we just caught up again and spent the last full day together, and we just had dinner and had drinks and all of that type of stuff. And then my cousin, my sister and I decided to stay up the entire night since we only get to see each other once or twice a week, like I mentioned before. And it was just a lot of fun just catching up and just seeing how everybody is and everything. So that is for chilling during the day, and I'm just going to write down Hillsong Surface. I don't own any drinking stickers or any stickers that have like alcoholic drinks on it, but I do have some from a sampler, and these are the only ones that I have, and they're from Tamashii Prints. And either I want to use the Wine Girl or just that one. I've decided to take this little one, just the cup that has the little umbrella on it, since it fits the space a little nicer, and the tabby girl looks a little bit crowded up there. So I'm just going to fill that out. And that is all. I'm going to see if I can fit in these two little pieces of deco because I want to use them and I don't want to keep this sheet. And where can I put this so it's not like, oh my god. I'm just gonna put this here. I didn't really use my planner this week, hence why some of the oh, that's the wrong way. That's why some of the actual checklists are not really used, and the sidebar is practically not touched. It's because I wasn't really using this planner this much, not this much, that much the week. Alrighty, so this is what I have for this week, and I'll show you what I have left from the kit. So from the sidebar extra sheet, I only have the one appointment label. I have 3 full checklists. I have no half boxes. I have no full boxes. I have used majority of the sheet. I also pulled this kit in for the personal planner that I uploaded last week, which is why these got used but they're not in the spread, but I used majority of this page. I have nothing left on here except that little piece of washi, and I have a few headers and some little things. So I think I use this kit up pretty well, especially since I did pull it in across 2 planners. And if you would like to see the personal planner using this kit, I will link that up on the screen, which is where half of the kit also went. I didn't use the whole thing in here. But yeah, I will link all the stores that I used down below, and as usual, hope you all have a wonderful day or night, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!